Welcome back, Horlings, to more Tex Murphy, Overseer. Let's head on over to Gideon's place.
You actually met J. Gideon? In person?
Yeah. Want my autograph?
Well, what was he like? What about the mansion? Oh, I heard it was spectacular.
A little garish for my taste, but nice. Now, the mansion, on the other hand...
Very funny.
Little flat you've got here.
You must find it ostentatious. I admit I do as well. It's certainly too much home for only one person.
You don't live here alone, do you?
I'm afraid so. My fortune has provided me with a fully automated, self-sufficient existence. I suppose my disability has given me an aversion to reliance on others. I want for nothing. Except perhaps human companionship. And that only after my somewhat forced semi-retirement.
Well, don't you worry about your safety. I mean, given your condition.
Gideon Enterprises defines state-of-the-art with regard to security systems. I'm surrounded, perhaps imprisoned, by the very finest electronic moat. No, I don't worry about my safety, though I thank you for your concern. Now, to what do I owe this welcome visit?
I'm investigating the death of Carl Linsky. He was an employee in your corporation.
Oh, no, Gideon Enterprises is no longer mine, I'm afraid. I'm sure that Frank Shimming would be a better source of information than I.
I already talked with Frank Shimming. He was about as helpful as a DMV employee in the middle of his 2-week notice.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. I won't mince words. I don't like Shimming. My complete trust in him was repaid with his exploiting my lack of management acumen, then usurping my position as head of Gideon.
But you're still president of the corporation.
Oh, yes. I have no more real authority to run my company than the King of England has to run his country. I'm merely a figurehead, nothing more.
Why don't you just sack him, as the English say?
Even if I could, what would be the point, huh? My time is past. I'm as outdated as this antique. Such is the cutthroat nature of business. Though I dare say the world itself has become nothing more than a business run by a select few.
I'm not sure I agree, Mr. Gideon. I think there are a lot of people out there who want to make the world a better place.
Oh? And you, my fine friend, how do you intend to make the world a better place?
I don't know. Keep an open mind, respect others, buy Girl Scout cookies.
You think this will make a difference?
I think if enough people care, it just might catch on.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I used to think like you at one time. But idealism costs nothing, and I lived on it for many years. But its taste is bittersweet. It's in large part the reason why I can no longer walk. You'd like to hear what happened, wouldn't you?
I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I've been in this damn cage for more years than I care to remember. I've had to grow accustomed to it. It was 2013. I was in Geneva to attend a covert meeting of UN operatives. There were 14 of us, and at least one was a traitor, armed with an explosive device. I was the only survivor.
Did you ever find out who it was?
No. It could have been any one of a score of countries or organizations. Well, I don't suppose it matters anymore. It was the beginning of the end. There are no heroes anymore, only villains of varying degrees.
What about Capricorn? You support what they do, don't you?
Oh, Capricorn does what they do, but they're merely fighting the good fight. Oh, greed and corruption have the upper hand. When I was younger, I sincerely believed we could achieve a semblance of global order and harmony. That was only the foolish dream of a youthful idealist. Once I was crippled, I was no longer of use. No, I was turned loose into the world. A cruel and deadly steeplechase where survival was a matter of social Darwinism. I was lost. I believed that my handicap had denied me my destiny. Years and years passed before I realized that I still had much to offer. With little more than a plan, I laid the foundations of Gideon Enterprises. Among the mutant population, I found other social misfits whose skills and talents had been overshadowed by their physical abnormalities. Oh, those were difficult times. We were openly ridiculed. Finding investors and financing was an often humiliating series of rejections. How could someone like myself, a cripple, ever hope to accomplish such a venture? But eventually, we did succeed, becoming the wealthiest and most powerful corporation of its type in the world. I had recaptured the idealism of my youth, the belief that through sacrifice, commitment, and hard work, anything was possible. But then, it happened again. In the blink of an eye, all those years of investment and careful nurturing were torn from me by thieves and liars masquerading as board members and stockholders. And now, towering over them all is Frank Shimming. His disregard for integrity is matched only by his worship of dividends and profit margins. So nothing has happened. I have come full circle. And once again, I'm unwanted, unneeded, and facing a purposeless existence. So you listen to me. If you insist in striding through life, arms laden with hope, you will only meet with one devastating disappointment after another. Oh, please forgive me, Mr. Murphy. You must be a very busy man. I must apologize for monopolizing your time with my ramblings.
I don't mind.
Oh, it's good of you to indulge me. It's just that I receive so few visitors these days. But we We must return to your investigation. Please, tell me what I can do to assist you.
Give me $7 million. And tell me about Karlinski while you're at it.
I only know, I should say knew, him by reputation. He was an outstanding neurologist in his time. I read about his suicide in the newspapers. I don't want you to pity me, Mr. Murphy. I have enough creature comforts to make life worth living. I'd rather talk about something more pleasant. Suffice to say that Mr. Shimming will not be receiving a Christmas card from me this year. I feel like a parent whose child has left the nest. I created Gideon Enterprises, nursed it, and raised it to adulthood. And now it's left me with an empty home and too many hours in the day. Mr. Valdez runs a chess shop called the Rank and File in the Old City. We play quite often over the Ethernet. Yes, he's one of the few worthy opponents I've found. In chess terminology, a poisoned pawn is the bait in a trap. Whoever is going by that name probably considers him or herself a sacrificial lamb, so to speak. This is Karlinski? Well, I only knew him by name, and I didn't recognize the other man. I'm afraid I haven't heard of it.
You better hear of it, bitch.
I know nothing about that.
You better know something about it.
I wish I could be of more assistance.
You better be more of assistance.
No, I'm unfamiliar with the name.
You better get familiar, mofucker.
I am unacquainted with it.
It's about time you get acquainted then.
The Law and Order Party is merely a Machiavellian byproduct of our society's decay. Their goals are not altogether unworthy, but those ends do not justify their means. But unfortunately, they've struck a chord with the public. And with an appealing candidate like Robert Knott, they will surely gain a great deal of power. I sometimes feel that Capricorn is the last bastion of sanity in the world. Their efforts are laudable, but futile. Rona Morgan was a beautiful, intelligent woman trapped in a deformed shell. She joined our engineering team early on and soon proved her immense value. She went into business for herself some time ago, with my blessing. I wish I could be of more assistance. Unfortunately, my condition has required numerous treatments. The care I've received at North Hill, however, has been exceptional. Chess is my only diversion. Oh, if you care to play, I'd be glad to teach you a thing or two about the game. I owe what quality of life I have to a variety of DHS medications. Without them, I probably would not be having this conversation. No, I'm unfamiliar with the name. You remind me very much of myself when I was younger. I sincerely hope you'll keep in mind the things I've told you.
Robert Knott?
While I don't know him personally, my instincts tell me that Mr. Knott is a man of integrity. But I've been wrong before.
We're done here. Whoa, rank and file check. Let's head on over there. That guy's got some pustules he needs to deal with.
The rank and file was right in the middle of the old city.
Wasn't this back when they still called it Freak Town?
Yeah, the Mutant League was in high gear at the time, and the whole mutant norm thing was just starting to heat up. I got more than a few nasty looks when I showed up at the chess shop. How's the game going?
Welcome to the rank and file. What can I do for you?
Pop them fucking pimples on your face, freak boy.
Well, J. St. Gideon got tired of kicking my butt and suggested I come down here for a few pointers on my chess game.
Mr. Gideon can make anyone's chess game look shabby. What seems to be the problem?
Well, I got to admit, I lack certain fundamentals of the game, but why does he get 3 of these king pieces and I only get 1?
You lost me. What kind of chess set are you two using?
Well, don't tell anyone, but I have the live endangered species set I got through the black market. It's a lot of fun, but man, replacing the pieces, they're a little pricey.
What you're talking about is illegal.
Chess is so boring. I have to do something to liven it up.
Call this a hunch. But you're not here to ask me about chess, are you? What do you want?
I seriously want to know what the fuck is on your face.
Hey, wait a second. You're not the Jorge Valdez, are you?
That's my name. Though I'm sure there are 1 or 2 others in the world.
Bean picker.
You're not related to Juan Valdez, are you? You make some good coffee.
100% Colombian, from what I understand. So, who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private investigator.
Look, I don't want any trouble.
Yeah, too bad, motherfucker. It found you.
And there isn't gonna be any trouble if you'll just come up with some information.
Okay, shoot. Nice guy. He used to come in here occasionally. I read in the paper that he killed himself. It's too bad.
It's not as bad as the makeup job they did on your face, fuck nugget.
Not is the pretty facade that disguises the law and order party's war machine. Mr. Gideon's been a friend of the mutants for years, unlike most people in his social strata. He's a great man. It makes me angry as hell to think what Shimming did to him. Back when I was a programmer, I worked there for a couple of years, until Shimming took over. Everything changed for the worse. It was like working under Stalin.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Stalin. He was a good man. He was a Very nice man.
Why are you asking about me? I'm just a source of information to someone like you. Poisoned pawn is a chess term. It refers to an apparently unprotected pawn whose capture leads to dire consequences. If I had to guess, I'd say the author of the anonymous letter felt like he was the first link in a dark chain.
All right, but you don't have to, like, French kiss your chess piece. Go ahead and put it back down, sir.
I don't know anything about the letter or why my name was mentioned in it. I recognize Linsky, of course, but I don't know the other person. Though I think I may have seen him with Frank Shimming years ago. I haven't heard anything about it. Don't know him.
Hey, guys. This guy's fucking face, man.
Don't know him.
What the hell?
I have no idea who that is.
It reminds me of, like, a... Shit, I don't know.
You know what the Law and Order Party is? It's the Fourth Reich. They won't rest until every mutant is deported, imprisoned, or dead.
I wouldn't even consider this guy a mutant because I've seen non-mutant humans in real life that look way more fucked up than this guy.
Capricorn is about the last organization in the world that considers us mutants to be human beings. I think there's a battle brewing between them and the Law and Order Party.
To me, if you're a mutant, you got a third arm, 3 eyeballs, 3 tits. You know, not some popcorn popping on your fucking face.
Never heard the name before.
That's because she wouldn't fuck a mutant.
I haven't heard anything about it. Ah, the hospital to the rich and famous. I haven't been fortunate enough to be a patient there. Life is a chess game, and Law and Order has all the power pieces. I have no idea who that is. You seem like an interesting guy. Makes me wish you were more of a chess player.
All right, Paco, I think we're done here. Let's see, where can we go now? The guy really didn't know shit, to be honest. Let's head back to my office. Fuck you. Douche canoosh. Douche fucking canoosh.
Dex
yeah.
Murphy here.
Are you investigating the death of Carl Linsky?
Look at this dingleberry.
It depends. Who's asking?
A friend. Just a friend.
You're not calling to see whether I need my carpets cleaned, are you?
No.
So what do you need?
The question is, what do you need?
Well, good home-cooked meal would be nice, but other than that, I need a lead.
A University of San Francisco professor, Val Davis, died in a speeder crash last week.
Well, that's interesting, but it's not much of a lead, is it?
Davis was working on the STG project with Linsky.
Okay. Now you've got my attention.
There are answers to be found in Davis's laboratory. on the USF campus, Building C. If you get there within the hour, the doors will be unlocked.
Okay, I'm on my way, but what am I looking for?
The chess move. I'll be watching. When you find it, I'll contact you again.
I've seen that guy in a few movies. I don't know who the fuck he is. He's always a creepy,
Ooh,
ugly
intriguing.
motherfucker. But
So who
he's
was the
definitely been in a few
mysterious
movies.
informant?
I had no idea at the time.
You're not going to tell me, are you?
I'll tell you this. I didn't waste any time getting over to the USF campus and into Val Davis's lab. Sure enough,
Oh,
it was
shit, he's going to
unlocked,
the
and I
University of
started
South
looking
Florida.
around.
That's where I went to college. It's fucking crazy.
It's another computer that's hooked up to the security passcard network. For some reason, this microscope is hooked up to Val Davis's computer. I'll have to find her passcard and read her before I'll be able to use this microscope.
Nickel. I repeat. Nickel. Could that be a scrambled password? Abe Toys? Give me that shit. It's a toy mouse, just like the one I had before.
How to train your weasel? Weasel training must be dangerous business.
It is. I've been trying to train my weasel for 36 years and I still can't control him.
Curious Ralph undergoes chemo. Kids' books just aren't as sweet and innocent as they used to be.
Nope, they sure aren't. That's why I'm gonna subscribe my son to Playboy by the time he hits age 6. Get him nice and ready.
Well, I shudder to think what kind of experiments are done on these poor, helpless, stinky animals.
I will take the gigantic pole. Thank you very much. What is that, a fucking gigantic chihuahua? What's up, big guy?
When I looked in the cage, I saw an ape and he was holding a small box. It seemed like a good place to hide something, so I figured I needed to get it.
Well, that shouldn't have been too tough, seeing as how your thought processes aren't that far apart on the evolutionary scale.
What do you mean by that?
My point exactly, monkey boy.
Alright, monkeys like bananas, and they also like sleeping pill ingested bananas.
Monkey, look what I got for you. Huh? Nice, huh? You want a banana, huh? Here you go. That's it. That's it. Go on, monkey. Good. It's good, isn't it? That's it.
That's not a man in a monkey suit, by the way. That's a real fucking monkey.
Good.
That is no way fake.
Oh, is the monkey
so real.
tired? Oh, look at the poor dumb.
Alright, folks, that wraps it up for this episode. We're done monkeying around over here, but stay tuned. We'll be back with more Tex Murphy and Overseer. By the way, if I didn't mention this before, and I'm pretty sure I didn't, this is actually a remake of the very first game. The Tex Murphy... yeah. So we'll see you next video. Thanks for watching.